Hi guys, Scott here from The Elite Beginner. Thanks for tuning in again. Just going to go through one of the self-defense sessions that I've been doing recently with my client Conrad. Had him a few times now. Basically, we'll go through some shadow boxing and some pad work boxing combinations. And he's blessed with some physical attributes that he's got from rugby, which is great. Just makes training that martial arts just that little bit easier. You'll probably see my face pop up into some of the other bits of the video, but let's crack on with some of the footage, guys. So for the first part of shadow boxing, we generally just get the upper body nice and warm. Make sure that our joints and stuff aren't hyperextending at all. So we sort of rein in the power, keep it nice and light and fast. The other thing with shadow boxing when you first start is to get your footwork down. One of the things I noticed with Conrad is that he was starting to throw some of his combinations from an odd power base. So I started to look at his footwork, and then we started to really move into where to throw the combinations from and not just throw them in a shadow boxing willy-nilly, basically. You've only got yourself to train with shadow boxing, which is both an advantage and a disadvantage. But you can really start to nail down your technique when you do some good shadow boxing. Why shadow boxing as a warm-up? 1, it gets you warmed up and focused. 2, it helps you refine technique. 3, means you get to practice the same moves you do in your pad work combos. 4, it improves coordination and hand speed. Okay, so in the second part of the shadow boxing, I tend to focus more on the actual techniques that are being thrown and to hone in on what he's doing wrong, what he's doing right. One of the things that I noticed again that he was shifting, or actually not shifting, his power base, which was what I led into earlier about the footwork being important. So I start to concentrate really on where he's throwing the combinations from, where he's actually shifting his power to. So I concentrated a little bit on how he threw his power to the front from the back leg on the cross, for instance, or the right hand, and then how he shifted, how he's meant to shift into the back power stance for something like a hook. So that really helped. And then he raised a valid point that he felt that his knee was always big, or his knees were always sort of under a lot of tension. And then I showed him that actually he relied upon moving a bit too much, and he was throwing combinations from when he was in the middle of changing stances. Okay, so for the pad work section of the training that I do, I like to really focus on the individual traits of the person. Conrad's an ex-rugby player, so he likes to get up close and personal. His head movement's really good. He likes to slip, so I concentrate a lot on the mechanics of the slip and the combinations that you can throw into a slip position and out of the slip position, and some of the effects of what happens to your spacing and timing and distance when you connect with shots in the slip position. The other thing that I'll concentrate on is the technique and the fine details of hand positioning. It's important that when you finish in a combo, that you're replacing each time the hand position so that you're covering your face and jaw, just in case any repercussions come about. And also the key thing that later on that I find out is that the footwork comes back into play with the whole where you want to be placing your power punches. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.